Hello, listeners, and welcome back to Generation in Between. This is our nostalgic or problematic series where we are rewatching Dawson's Creek. We're on season 3, guys, and we're zooming through. Thank the Lord above that we don't believe in. Because this season sucks, although these 2 episodes were better than the last 2.
Pretty good.
Yeah, they were better than the last 2. So we're on season 3, episode 11. This one's titled Barefoot at Cape Fest.
Super cute.
Summary is Jack looks for his first gay experience. Dawson finds that a rival is sympathetic to his parents' divorce.
Yes.
What a summary.
There's a lot going on there.
Cape Fest. Okay. This reminded me so much of, so watching this episode and then also watching American Pie, which we have in our other episode for this week, made me remember the amazingness of the 90s, mid to late 90s and music.
Yep.
I went to so many music fests because they were affordable and you saw so many people.
Yes.
And I was like, Cape Fest, yay. And he said like the Foo Fighters and like, quizzing him on whoever. Oh, Courtney Love. Yeah.
I love that.
And I was like, and then you never see any of the bands actually play the whole episode.
I know. I was thinking
I was hoping there'd be like a cameo.
I know. You would have thought they could have gotten one.
I know.
Dawson's Creek season 3. But yeah, I love that too. And I wonder if it's just because that was another good way to like get your album sold, which isn't quite as big a thing now.
Yeah.
That if literally hundreds of thousands of people saw you, then they would buy that thing.
Yeah.
And tell their friends, and more people were listening to it and requested on the radio and all that stuff, which isn't really the way the economy of it works now.
I know. And I mean, the big music fests that I would go to were put on by radio stations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
like that was such a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I think I talked about this before, like when we talked about concerts. There was one, and all my hometown people will remember, there's a radio station, an alternative radio station in New Orleans called the Zephyr, because it was an old roller coaster that used to be on Lake Pontchartrain anyways. And they would have Zephyr Fest every spring, summer, whatever, some miserably hot time in Louisiana, which is always. And they would bring in so many people, and it was so much fun.
We had one like that in Chicago.
Yeah.
It was B96, which was...
Oh, yeah, we did talk about that because I said we had a B97.
Yeah. And that's where I saw Brian McKnight and cried. Everyone's like partying. No, literally, he came on after Eiffel 64.
What?
So Eiffel 64 sings Blue, of course,
yeah,
and like whatever other electronic music they had.
And then you had Brian McKnight.
Brian McKnight comes out, sings like 2 notes, and I'm sobbing. Like,
but that's the fun of a music fest. Because like when we went to 90s Fest, which is no more. Did you see that their announcements?
No.
Yeah, they're done.
90s Fest. Oh, okay, right.
Or,
I was thinking of Podfest, but Podfest is still. 90s Fest was the one we went to outside.
And we saw Paula Cole.
Yes.
And then we saw the 69 Boys. Very different vibes.
And then we saw
who else did we see? I just remember them.
Strawberry Wine.
Oh yeah, Deanna Carter.
Yeah, her. We saw her.
I didn't really like that one.
Yeah, I liked it.
I know. I tried not to mess up your flavor on that, but anyway, we missed the 90s Music Fest, and they try to bring them back now, but it's not the same because it's so expensive, and it's not. I'm not gonna say like security is like way different now than it used to be.
It is.
I mean, I don't ever remember there being like mass shootings at music fests,
right?
And now
it's a fear. And not only do they need the security to fight against that, which can be really expensive, it makes people not want to go.
Right.
Like any mass gathering like that.
Correct.
Kind of stuck.
Right. It's terrifying.
Is scary. People
it is
don't
scary.
Want to do that anymore.
So anyway, I miss that. That made me very nostalgic.
Yeah, that was cool.
And Henry's back.
Yes. I wrote Henry.
Didn't I?
Did you make the emoji face I made before we started recording? No. I won't.
Henry, he's just the best.
I love him, and he's got a good voice.
I know. Well, that's not really him.
Oh.
You couldn't tell?
I didn't know. I couldn't.
I mean, I even wrote that down.
I
wrote
staring at it.
Henry's singing voice definitely sounds not like him, but he's a great lip singer.
There you go. I love
Is it
him.
lip syncer or lip singer? I've always messed that up.
It's sinker.
Lip
sinker,
not a lip singer.
I think so, yeah.
Because I think I've said that wrong my entire life.
Yeah, and now they just say lip dub.
What?
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
You've never heard of a lip dub?
What does that mean?
When there's a track playing and someone is like mouthing it. I think it's Jimmy Fallon has lip dub battles where people will come
But they call it lip dub?
Yeah. Lip dub.
That's fun.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
I didn't make it up, but I am very glad I introduced you.
I have never heard that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's essentially what it is. But I think it is sync.
Sync. Okay. Well, anyway.
And he was good at syncing with whoever was singing his song.
Unless I'm wrong, but I was like, that's not him.
Okay. Well, that's fair.
That's
it probably
not him.
wasn't. It probably wasn't.
Yeah.
I also just liked the fall vibe of that.
Also, though, they look fucking cold.
It did look cold.
Like, I'd be like,
Jen was picking up her tent and
it's like, no, cold. Sir, I would not be sleeping. Now, I never did that. I did not sleep outside for no music fest. I did camp for Backstreet Boys tickets. And if we ever get Howie up on this show,
you can tell him the story.
I am going to tell him.
I can't wait.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. We're just going to run into him at the Publix and be like, hey.
We need to go. His new restaurant on the beachside over here has events and stuff. And he goes, we need to find a way to get up in there. And look fancy for a day. Not even a full day.
I wonder if we could do a live recording of the show. Looking fancy.
Hey.
Up in there. Just take all this with us, including the backdrop.
That'd be so... I don't know what our listeners would do if we showed up all fancy. They'd be like, who are these people?
Who are you guys? What have you done with Danny and Katie?
Where are the glasses and the ponytails? I don't know. Look, this is our second of it's I know. I can't believe it. Henry's back. Okay, moving on. Pacey in the school play.
I loved it.
I did too.
This was weird karmic timing because I watched this one really early this morning and I literally just auditioned a bunch of youths.
Yes.
This week for a show my studio was doing. So I was in audition casting mode.
Oh.
And then to watch that, that was so funny.
That director.
Yeah, what's the deal with that? I was just about to say that director. And why did Andy want to assistant direct so bad?
I don't remember what she said. She
just
said a reason.
Booster or something, but
probably, but
yeah, he was a lot.
He was terrible.
And I did like the part where I didn't like that Andy was like, you need to quit. I was here first for the activity.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Andy, calm down. But I did like what Pacey said because she was like, oh, you're just doing it for the grade or whatever. He's like, also, maybe I'm good at maybe I'll enjoy it. Maybe it's something I'm actually good at.
Right.
And I was like, well, obviously we know Joshua Jackson is good
Correct.
at it. But yeah, I was like, yeah, let him have a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe this is his thing.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked him being in the play.
I liked it too.
I love the idea of him as a theater kid.
Me too.
Nobody looked like him in my theater when I was in high school.
We had some good-looking boys in our theater.
We had good-looking boys, but they weren't Joshua Jackson.
Well, no, of course not. Of course not. Nobody is.
And then, so Dawson and that girl with their little rivalry.
Nikki.
I can't say that word. It's like brewery. Rivalry.
Yeah, rivalry.
I can say it slow when I bust it down into syllables.
It's like the rural juror.
What? What is that? What are you saying?
Oh, did you ever watch 30 Rock?
No.
Jane Krakowski's character keeps telling everyone she's going to be in this movie called The Rural Juror. And so the whole episode, they're all like,
are you saying
rural?
Like RURAL?
Juror.
Oh, juror. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
So everyone would just be like, she's going to be the rural juror, the whole episode. And then it was she's like, it's the rural juror DVD set. It's just funny.
That's hilarious. Sorry. That's another show I need to watch. See,
no, it's really good.
I do. I don't know where I went with TV for a few years.
You know, it's okay.
Dawson, I felt for him when he was talking to her about his parents' divorce.
Yeah.
So I know you're not from a divorce. Your parents weren't divorced, but I feel that when he's like, your parents are supposed to be your example, and then what? And it's interesting when you are a child of divorce and you marry somebody who's also a child of divorce, because you kind of don't know what the fuck you're doing. Because it's like like Troy and I have now been married longer than our parents in any marriage they were in.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not his mom on the husband that she's on now. But anyway, anyway, it was so weird. It's a weird thing because he's right. And I was like, it sucks because you think when you're a teenager, it's not going to affect you, but it does. Yeah. I mean, I've even talked to grown adults when their parents get divorced. It's a lot.
And that's stressful, I would imagine, when you're a teen or adult, because I would imagine, well, like the scene where Gail's at the house and she says to him, basically, like, continue just being positive and putting on a brave face. It's easier for all of us. And I remember just thinking, what? Like, why should anything have to be easier for all of you? Because it's hard for him. Also, did you see that, like, weird bust on the wall when she was moving stuff out?
Yeah, what was that about?
What was that?
I was
like, surely this is going to come into play in the scene because this is such a weird thing.
Yeah.
It never did. It was just, like, in the hallway.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
I don't know either.
Oh, well. Anyway,
it was super weird.
But yeah, that I could see that. And especially as adults, I could really see that too. What else did I have? Oh, I just, when... I forget the guy's name. The guy that Jack is hanging out with.
Oh, yeah, me too. I don't know his name.
I don't remember.
That cute guy.
The name, so I can't remember. And she says to Jack, "Are you back from your walk?" Yeah. That was really funny. And then the guy's like right there.
Right there.
She's like, "Oh, whoops. Hi, I'm Jen. I was totally kidding, by the way." Yeah, I loved that part.
Yeah, that was a whole interesting thing. And how do you think they handled that whole deal?
I don't know. It still feels a little creepy to me. Maybe because, not so much because of Jack's age, but Jack's inexperience.
Yeah.
And the other guy seems more...
But I'm glad that they didn't have them hook up. And he said,
Agreed.
You don't, like, it's not because I'm not interested. It's because you are so new.
Yeah, that's true.
So I appreciated they did that.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. And, I liked the part where they were talking about something and Jack says, "Unless you don't have the internet, or you've never seen the internet," and the guy's like, "I don't."
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and I was like, imagine a time when it was relatively normal.
I remember that.
Like, "Oh,
I don't have internet.
Or I don't use it at home." Or,
I mean, a lot of people thought that it was going to be like a fad, not like the world-changing, life-altering thing it is.
It really, I mean, really.
Now you can't function without it.
Yeah.
I mean,
and more so
you can, but it's really difficult.
It's really difficult. Yeah.
Like, to go off the grid is hard.
Yeah, it really is. And like, even people when they like go on cruises, they say they deliberately don't buy the Wi-Fi.
Oh, I don't.
Or whatever, which is great.
I've been on 2 cruises now. One was with girlfriends, but Troy was here. So I was like, what's the point of having it? I can't get home anyway.
That's true.
If
he's with the kids.
Yeah. And I mean, the other parent is there. And if something happens to him, again, I can't get home.
Right.
So, right. Because I was only gone for 3 days. So like, and then when we went on a family cruise, it was all 4 of us. So I was like, well, again,
everybody's here.
We're all here. People we would need to get to immediately.
Right.
If something happens to our family, it would probably take us a few days to get there anyway.
Right.
So like, but it is freeing. It is lovely to not have a phone in your hand.
It's nice. And I feel like knowing there isn't a way to access it.
It's lovely.
It's lovely. It's different if you're like, if I like come to the studio and I don't have my phone, I panic a little. Because I'm like, oh, because it wasn't planned.
Yeah. No, if it's intentional,
my family might be trying to get hold of me, I would panic. But if you're like deliberately like, okay, people know I'm on a cruise or off the grid, turning my phone off, cannot access it, then I feel like that would be very... I don't think I've ever been in a situation like that.
It is very nice because I feel like any other circumstance, you're going to pick up your phone.
Sure.
You will. You go on vacation and be like, oh, I'm not going to look at it. You will.
Yeah, of course.
100% will. We will. We're addicted to our phones because we have to use them for life in a civilized society, unfortunately. Anyway.
Yes. moving on. Anything else on that one?
Oh, poor Henry though. I felt bad for him because Jen kind of has fucked with him, his emotions.
She has, but I also felt like he was really overreacting. You didn't think
no.
So? Okay. I thought, wow, he really like.
Well, she really hurt his feelings.
Mean. Yeah.
Like she really hurt his feelings and she just didn't get it.
True.
And he's like, you don't fucking get, like, she just was trying to be buddy. And like, he was like, okay, like you, whether she understood it or not, why he felt on like this huge crush on her. Like, I don't know. I felt for him.
Okay.
That's because when I was his age, I was a big feeler.
I like how he was passing out like vegan burgers.
I know, veggie burgers.
Like, ooh, I didn't know you were a vegetarian. And I was like, okay, Jen, are we okay?
I know.
But I still think that was cute that he was doing that.
It was cute. And also something that I loved was Dawson and his solitary John Lennon poster.
Yes. And him like suddenly hating all the things about his room.
I know.
And that made me sad, but
that happens. We just had to redo Cooper's entire room this summer. Because he decided, I'm done with these bright colors. Guess what? Next year, he's probably going to change his mind again. Whatever. That is the way it is. I have one kid that's like that. Another does not care.
And I think it made me like sad only because I was like, yeah, but that's okay. Like, that's who you are, Dawson.
Right.
And it didn't feel like him being like, oh, I am different. It felt like him being like,
I should be. Yeah, I should be. Yeah.
I think that's the part that made me sad.
Because he walked into that girl's room and he's like, oh, like, she's like, well, it shouldn't define you. I'm like, but what if it does?
So what if it does?
But maybe it does. And that's okay.
Yeah, totally. And I can't figure out if I like her character or not. Or I think the writing on her isn't great.
No, the writing this whole season is so bad.
When he's trying to rent the camcorder, and she's just like, "Nope, it's not here. Nope." Sorry.
I know.
Oh, I'll let you know when it's back. I don't know when it'll be back. Oh, it's because I have it on a project. And just the whole thing, I was just like,
I know.
Hello.
Yeah.
But then the scene where they're talking about the divorces and stuff was better.
They're not developing her enough, and honestly I don't remember what they do with her the rest of the season.
That's what I mean.
Like, I do not, and I don't think she's here much longer. I don't know. I don't remember because the writing this season is
Green.
So bad.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? Anything?
That's it on that one.
Let's move on to episode 12, A Weekend in the Country. Katie didn't finish this one.
Finish it, and I want to, because especially since they're in the bed and breakfast now.
So where did you stop?
Oh gosh, I can't even remember.
Okay.
I'll tell you.
Well, we'll just
things I don't remember.
Okay. We'll just talk about it, and then I'll fill you in when we get there.
The first thing I have is that long distance telemarketer.
Oh wait, I need to do the summary.
Oh, sorry.
Everyone rallies to make a good impression after Pacey arranges for an influential travel writer to visit the Potter sisters' new inn.
Yes.
Guys, because this was before the day of Airbnb, before the day of Insta influencers and YouTubers.
You needed writers to write about your place.
Write, yeah.
Not necessarily for like local people, but for people who would maybe be traveling that way and looking for cool experiences.
But did we not think it was kind of, I just thought it was kind of a reach for them to have a B&B in Cape Side. It's not a tourist destination.
Yeah, it is a bit of a reach.
I thought it was weird. I don't know.
Maybe that's part of the allure.
It's a TV show. Whatever.
And have you ever seen the Hallmark movies where literally everyone owns a B&B?
You know, I'm going to say no to that.
And they're all decorated in Christmas lights, and a travel writer stops by, but they don't say who they are, and so then everyone on the staff is like doesn't know, and they're gonna write a bad review about it, but then they fall with the owner's daughter.
Okay, I don't need to watch.
Writing a good
wow, review. This is gonna keep going.
And it's Christmas.
This is gonna keep going.
Anyway, that's the whole plot.
I'll
no! Send it to you. Well, there's more.
I don't think I've ever watched a Hallmark movie. I can't. That's not my jam.
They're just so surface and aesthetically so nice, like the Christmas ones. They're just like.
But I don't like snow. I love Christmas, but I'm not like I didn't.
There's some that aren't in the snow. I mean, they have stories in California, Florida.
You know what's funny is because like. Growing up, like I've always loved Christmas. Christmas has always been a big deal. But growing up in Louisiana, Christmas wasn't usually cold, right?
True.
So like it always when I can't even remember as a kid being like, why does everything with Christmas have snow all over it? Like, not everybody has snowy Christmases. Right. Like, and then when, we have lived plenty of places where there's been snow, and I hated it because you're housebound for so much. And
it's dangerous out there.
Which sounds lovely until you're trapped in your house for 3 days from a blizzard, guys.
Yes. Oh, trust me.
With toddlers.
I still have been in Florida now 18 years, 17 years. Yeah. And I still don't miss the winters.
Yeah, it's so much.
I'm not nostalgic for them at all. I love when people post pictures of the first snow and stuff, and it is pretty to me. And I'm like, oh,
it's pretty.
I remember
but the life.
And then I don't know if it was this way in Louisiana, but particularly up north, it's just dark so much. Probably not as much so where you were. Oh well, that's not where you were in snow. Where you were in
snow, I was like,
sorry,
what?
Confusing locations.
But well, in Missouri and Idaho and Virginia, right? It was dark at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, and
it's terrible.
It was basically dark and cold and dangerous outside for 9 months.
And driving and it would always annoy me because my mom used to love coming to visit at Christmas because she loved Christmas and she loved the snow. But I'm like, well, yeah, you get to like it because you just sit here and watch us shovel it and drive you around and and then you get to go home. We have to live in it and it's a nightmare. And then your electricity bill is so high to keep it warm. Anyway, okay, well, that's enough bitching about cold weather. Speaking of chill, they were watching The Big Chill.
Yes.
And I have to say, of course, they were like, oh, everybody in our parents' generation loved that movie. My parents also loved it.
My parents loved that movie.
It's still a great movie. It's a weird premise, but it's a great movie.
And the music's amazing.
And I was going to say, it's one of the best soundtracks.
The best.
And I will still, every now and then where I'm like, if you're in the car and I'm like, I don't know what to listen to, that is one I'll look for, and Forrest Gump.
Oh, that's awesome.
Those are two just great soundtracks.
So good. And the part where Joey's like, why are they dancing in the kitchen?
I was like, I dance in my kitchen all the time.
I think I do too, honestly, now that I think about it.
There is dancing that occurs in every room of my house.
Yeah. And then she asked Pacey about his parents, but we don't know anything about his mom, right? I thought it just took me it was a split second when she goes, do your parents
not
dance
that I
in the
recall.
Kitchen?
And he's like, my parents, well,
yeah, I don't know, or whatever. But then I was like, wait,
what about his mom?
Does he have a
mom? I don't know. Good question. I thought she died too, but maybe not.
Yeah.
Is that my hair or yours? Mine?
Okay. I think it's yours.
It's too short to be yours. Yeah. Okay. So The Big Chill. Yay. Okay. I was dying when Dawson was trying to film their little promo video. And he's like, Joey, if you could maybe get your face to look more welcoming.
Which, first of all, don't say to a woman ever, but definitely don't say to Joey.
But I say that to a lot of people in my husband's family have RBF, which, if you don't know, that stands for resting bitch face. And they can't help it. It's just how their face looks at rest. Okay. Yeah. And there'll be times I'm like, can you just look not miserable? And they're like, it's my face. That's what they always say. It's my face. Yeah. What do you want me to do? Yeah. I can't have a new face. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, but I feel like Joey also
she has an RBF.
Problem. She does. She does. Try really hard not to.
Right.
Or if a smile sneaks in, it's very noticeable, right?
Right.
When those moments happen.
He's like, can you please not look miserable?
I love that.
Made me laugh.
Only Dawson can say
that. You only had one note for the whole episode.
The long distance telemarketer.
Oh, yes.
When she goes to answer the phone.
Yes.
And then she's like, no, I do not want to change my long distance carrier. She's like, but now that I have you on the phone, do you want to come to Cape Side? And they
hang up on her. And she's like, a telemarketer just hung up on me.
Yeah. And she's all bummed about it.
Do you know, when I worked for a temp agency, when we lived in Georgia, yeah, one day I had to do telemarketing. It was the worst 8 hours of my life.
Look, if any listeners are telemarketers or had an okay experience doing it or enjoyed doing it, I would love to hear from you. Because to me, I always wonder, do they ever get anybody to talk to them?
Okay, the only people who would talk to me, because I was doing telemarketing for a furniture store.
Okay.
To tell people about a furniture sale. Guys, oh my God. The only people who wanted to talk were the old people, and it was depressing because they had nobody else to talk to.
Oh,
Yeah, it was depressing. It was the worst. It was the longest day. And then that same job, because, when you're a temp, you just go where they tell you to go. And I had to fill in for like a week at like a car dealership as a receptionist.
Oof.
They offered me a full-time job and I said no.
Well,
no, because
I don't know if that would be so bad.
It was the salesmen were creeps. And I was like in my early 20s.
Oh, yeah, no.
And they were slimy, creep. Any kind of stereotype you would think of a car dealer, that was it.
And so you didn't mind the tasks so much? It was
no, being a receptionist. I honestly, that's probably the best. I think that's probably the number one job I'm probably suitable for is to be a receptionist.
Because I feel like you would stay busy.
I mean, I liked talking to people. Yeah. Like I enjoyed chatting with people, or like, customers are waiting. I could bring them coffee and I would chit chat with them, whatever. But it was the salesman.
Okay, that's fair.
Totally and I had to go get them food and stuff, which is fine, but they were not very great. Anyway.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about that? I don't know. Move on. I put lots of deep talk moments happen on a dock in this show.
So many.
So
many. Even the episode before when him and Nikki are sitting outside and it's like the
so many things on a dock.
So many. And I wonder why, because it does feel poignant there.
I know.
But what is it about the dock that makes it feel that way?
Is it
because you're close to the water? Is it because you're outside?
I don't know, but it was cold. Like, I'm like, they spend too much time outside when it's cold.
Yeah. They should be seen by the fireplace having a heart-to-heart.
It's like another heart-to-heart on the dock. Okay.
The dock.
Oh, I did write this. I said one thing I notice in the show and that I keep noticing is the world without cell phones. Mm-hmm. Because this was like the last little bit of time before they're everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like.
But do shows really have a lot of cell phones
now? Yeah.
I never really paid attention, I guess.
Yeah. Like in the modern shows, like especially ones with teenagers.
Yeah. True. That's true.
Texting, watching
or if
shit.
You're just like on the street walking, you see people.
And I'll tell you, what bothers me the most, and it's bothering me more and more, because and I'm not saying this like accusatory towards everybody else. I mean, because I do it too.
Yeah.
I went to pick up. I think I mentioned this last time. I went to pick up Cooper from something, and all the parents are waiting, and I'm walking up, and there's probably 15 people. Every single person, nobody's talking. Everybody's just on their phone. Mm-hmm. And it was like we've talked about before, like I'm standing there not on my phone. So I look weird. Right. And people are like, like, and like, you can't just like start a conversation with someone because you don't know if they're like talking to, I don't know what you're doing.
They might be working. They might be.
I don't know.
You wouldn't want to interrupt unless they gave you a social cue that it was okay.
But it's just weird. I feel like we're missing out these days on so much blank space and so many opportunities to just practice social skills.
Yeah.
That we're going to forget them.
Maybe. I mean, I think it's like anything, people evolve with whatever the thing is, and I think like this sounds silly, but to me, like a dishwasher and a washing machine is a great thing. But I had read an article a few years ago that when those things first came out, a lot of people felt very dehumanized by them.
But do you think it's the same as a phone, though?
I mean, that's an example. But like, I think the world is better with washers, dryers, and dishwashers, but maybe we're not doing the work the same way to get the result. We're taking quote unquote a shortcut, which phones are a little different because you're talking about socialization, not the
well, that's what I was going to say. So I was thinking, because in my opinion, what a dishwasher and a washing machine does is allow for you to have more person-to-person connection because you're not spending as much time doing fucking dumb tasks. Mm-hmm. That's what I mean with phones is that it's eliminating person-to-person time. Mm-hmm. And I do see it with the younger generation. I don't think they know how to be right. Like talking. Right. Like, I mean, like they have lost some social skills because even just ordering food, because everything's online, like on an app now.
Right.
Like if something's wrong, you go tell somebody. I've seen it. I've seen kids be like, what? Can I just put it, or can I? And even adults are like, if I have to make a phone call and talk to a person, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I want to just make an appointment online. Like, we don't know
Yeah.
how to be. And you know my feelings on AI. So
yes, I do. I mean, the flip side is I communicate with way more people in a day than I would if I didn't have a phone. Like, I'm able to talk with friends way more than if I only saw you in person.
True.
All the things we talk about through our phone. I think maybe it hits the hardest on like those day-to-day people, like the people in your family, the school pickups, the neighbors, like whatever, where you have access to those people a lot. I think it helps out with the people that you're not around all the time, right?
Yeah.
And so if in a world without cell phones, I think I could name a dozen people right off the top of my head I would probably never talk to.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. And you couldn't send me the same meme twice in one day.
In a row. And we had texted so much because I like scrolled up a little. I was like, oh, I guess I didn't send it.
Tell everybody what you did. It's so funny. It's so funny.
Last night I sent her a meme that was like, I could never plead the fifth. I like chit chat too much.
Yeah.
Like that. It's like a cross stitch.
Yeah.
It's like funny. So I sent it to her, and then in the time since,
it was like 12 hours later.
All different stuff just going on today and the podcast and all the stuff. And then if you've all been listening for a while, you know my little life hack, which is to take a screenshot of things I need to do. So I'm going through my screenshots, answering emails. I'm like, oh, yep, screenshot of an email I need to answer, yada, yada. And the meme is there.
So what you need to do, though, is delete the screenshot.
I usually do.
Oh, okay.
I almost immediately do. Yeah,
Got you.
Like I email the person, I delete it.
Got it.
I text the person back, I delete it.
Got
I
it.
make the appointment, I delete it.
Yeah.
But I guess because I was just like, it was late.
It was silly, yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God, I didn't send this to her. So I just send it off. She's like, thanks. You sent me this last night. But thanks again.
I was laughing so hard. I was like.
And then I'm like, I did. And I scroll up. Sure enough. And so I'm like, I didn't delete the screenshot. And she's like, what? I mean, she knows.
I do the screenshot thing.
Yeah.
I do that too.
But yeah, I delete them when I'm done.
But I forget a lot of times to delete them. But I do the screenshot thing. But sometimes I have screenshots and I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember why I took a screenshot of that.
To me too. If it's like an email, it's obvious. It's
well,
like,
right.
You send me this.
Correct.
But if it's like, yeah, just like a picture of something.
And I'm like, why do I have a picture of a trash can? I don't know. Or Danny sleeping on the floor. What else do I have? Okay, I might be getting close to the end. I don't really care about that. Oh, did you make it to the part where Andy was like trying to get Jack to move back and saying it's the dad, and then he's like, well, obviously it's you who wants me to move back, and I'm like, yeah, duh, of course she wants you to move back. Like, I thought that was just dumb. I was like, obviously she wants you to move back because your dad's an ass, your mom's having problems, and you're just off living some other life,
and she misses you.
And you're her brother.
Yeah,
I don't know. I thought that was just dumb.
Yeah, that was weird and unnecessary.
Okay, did you make it to the scene where they're sitting around the Airbnb in the night with the fire and they're talking about nostalgic smells?
No.
Okay, so there's a scene that you will see, because I will say watch it because it's good. Yeah. And because something happens, everything's going wrong in the Airbnb, and so they end up lighting a fire and they're all sitting around, and Grams says the smell of a fire reminds her of like every night in her marriage because they like whatever would light a fire. Oh. So everybody starts talking about like nostalgic smells.
Oh wow.
And everybody had something different. So I was like, oh, we need to talk about nostalgic smells.
Yeah, we do. Of course, I can't think of anything else. I was like, yeah, we do.
Well, like, okay, for instance, Cabbage Patch Kids.
Yeah, okay.
If I say that, you know the smell.
Yes, I do.
Right? Or like strawberry shortcake.
I was going to say strawberry shortcake's another one.
And like, for me, it's smelling, you know, that pine cone potpourri stuff?
Yes.
That is what reminds me of Christmas, because my mom would either buy these cinnamon candles, and this was in the days they didn't have a lot of scented candles until like the early mid 90s. Remember? Like there weren't as many as there are now. Or she would like literally simmer potpourri on the stove, where it's like the cloves and the cinnamon. And that's what that pine cone stuff smells like. And we also had like, because this was before like the wax warmers, we had like a potpourri warmer that you could sit on the stove so it would go all the time.
Ooh,
I know.
I bet that smelled good.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I love
that's
Yeah,
a
those are
big
good
Christmas
ones.
smell.
Yeah, I even just like the smell of my grandparents' house.
Oh yeah.
You know, and my parents live in that house now, and it's like totally different people, totally different stuff, and it still smells
Smells the
to me,
same.
you
Yeah.
know? And if I'm so like I've been places and I'll be like,
Wait, your
oh,
parents live in your grandparents' house?
uh-huh, they do. So
Ah.
it's not the house I grew up in.
Okay.
When my grandfather got older, he was really independent for a long time, but like he had like cataracts and stuff, so he couldn't drive. So my dad was going over and driving him around a lot. And it was around the time my parents were trying to downsize from
Got
the
it.
family house. So they just moved in with him.
Mm.
Essentially, my grandfather said to my dad, like, the house is like already in your name because I have already taken care of all of that. So they just moved in with him. And I think they lived with him for 2 or 3 years before he passed.
Oh.
And they were able to like be around him. I think the clincher was he fell.
Oh.
And my dad found him same day, thankfully.
Oh yeah.
But it was a couple hours later.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then my dad was like, you either need to move in with, I think he was like, you need to move in with us. But my grandfather had lived in that house since 1947.
What?
He built
See, that's
that
so
house.
wild to me because that's not a life I've lived. I mean, I grew up in the house. We moved into the house I grew up in when I was like 1, 2, and I stayed there until I graduated. So that was the longest I lived in a house.
Long, yeah.
But then my mom moved, and then
you've moved ever
and then
since.
Troy's always moved because he was military. Like this house we're in now is the longest he's lived somewhere, I think.
Wow. Yeah.
Maybe almost.
I moved a lot as a young adult. Even as a kid, we moved a couple times. And then my teen years, we were in the same spot. And then I moved, I don't know, 5 or 6 times as a young adult. And then, yeah, we've been in this house for 14 years.
That's wild.
15 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, same house.
Great.
But anyway.
Yeah. Nostalgic smells. You'll like that scene.
Okay.
And Bodhi's back, by the way.
Okay.
Did you see that?
No.
He comes back in the end.
And what's his
They don't say. That's why it's so annoying. Because she mentions it earlier in the episode. Yeah. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. But she's like, well, we can't afford it. We can't afford and I'm like, well, where is he?
Yeah.
Because I don't think he like works offshore or anything. Yeah. Or in like the Navy. So
he just comes back with no explanation?
And they're like, oh, Bodhi, you're back. And he's like, I wouldn't miss this. I'm like, but where you been?
But you missed a lot, sir.
So I don't understand. Hello? I don't understand. Also, at the end, this is the last.
Oh, God. I thought I was going to take you out.
In the last bit, like, obviously, like, it wraps up the I was going to say influencer, the travel writer guy ends up liking it there. He says it's homey, blah, blah, blah. And so Joey's like asleep on the couch at the end of the day, and Pacey's still there. So he's like sitting there watching her sleep. Okay. And Dawson's dad had said to him earlier in the episode, like, why are you helping so much or whatever? And this is when you're like, oh my God. Yeah. Okay. This is when it starts to be like, when are they going to hook up? So he's just watching her sleep. And I'm like, number one, how come everyone sleeping in movies and TV shows looks so damn pretty? Right. Nobody drools. Nobody's mouth's open. Nobody's hair's all crazy. Or their makeup all Everybody's wild. Like this. All lovely. And they wake up lovely. Yeah. Okay. No.
I don't think anyone would gaze lovingly at me while I slept.
Oh, no.
I think they would
laugh at me. Trey laughs at me sometimes when I'm sleeping. I look crazy. Yeah. And then I also think it's creepy when people watch people sleep that is not like you're not watching like a baby sleep, because babies, I'm not even a baby fan, but baby sleeping is adorable.
It's so cute.
It is adorable.
And I think puppies are cute sleeping.
Okay, well, we're talking about people.
I know, I'm just saying. I'm drinking. Sorry. Yes, I agree. But baby sleeping, especially if they're all swaddled up.
They're adorable. Oh my God. So cute.
Oops. Well, that's my phone.
Okay. Fine. You're right. Yeah. But I think it's creepy when people watch people sleep, and he's like just sitting there watching her sleep. Do you watch people sleep?
No, because I fall asleep before everyone, I think. I'll watch Tegan, my littlest.
Do you?
Sleeping.
I think when it's your kids, maybe it's a little different.
Because my husband wasn't there, and she was in his spot. And she had on like plaid PJ pants, which are usually like what he wears, and her hair was everywhere.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And she was like laying with his pillows, and I took a picture and I sent it to him. I was like, "Is it like looking in a mirror? and it was like his side of the bed.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So he was like, poor kid.
That's hilarious.
She looks like him.
Well, I mean, kid sleeping is different, I guess.
She's cute.
But like, I don't think I've ever just gazed at Troy sleeping.
Maybe you should.
I don't want to. I know what he looks like sleeping, and he don't look good either.
It's the most calming, nostalgic moment. Not nostalgic.
For what? For sleeping?
Maybe.
I don't know. I can remember. This is a mutual friend of ours in college. He like hooked up with another friend of ours, and he said he woke up after the moment, and she was just sitting there watching him sleep, and he said he was freaked out.
Okay.
And I'm like, I would be freaked if I ever woke up and saw somebody watching me sleep. Mm-hmm. I would be like, what are you doing? Are you plotting my murder? Or like, so you don't think that's weird?
No, and I'm trying to think, is it because I watch people sleep?
You probably do. You're a creeper.
I don't think I do.
She's like, I watch everybody in my house sleep. I alternate.
That's why I get up at 4.
So I can make it
from room to room. Watch the dog sleep too. It's fine.
I love how I said people, and you immediately were like, I think it's cute to watch dogs sleep.
But it is. It's so cute. Oh.
I don't think it's cute to watch dogs sleep.
Okay, well, that's fair.
Cats, yes.
Babies, of course.
Babies.
Was that it?
Yes.
Bodhi came at
That's
the
all
end?
I have.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
I mean, you do need to watch the end because you'll like that one fire scene. And then you'll
good.
see the creepy sleep gazing. And then, yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Well, guys, whether you're watching with us or not, let us know what you think about these Dawson Creek rewatches, and make sure you leave us a review wherever you listen to podcasts, and share us on your socials, and
buy our merch.
Look, buy our merch.
Mine just keeps crinkling up.
It's
good times.
I do like that one. Yes, buy our merch. It's on generationinbetween.com. Generation in Between podcast.
No.
It is just Generation in Between.
Our email's the long one.
Okay. It's
yes.
Just
our website
that's why I got confused.
Is generationinbetween.com.
And I just have it bookmarked, so I just click the little bookmark.
Yeah. So you can buy our merch there. We'll have on our t-shirts next time.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.